Let's start at the very beginning with Group A. Mexico facing South Africa, South Korea and the European playoff spot 4. There'll be also Mexico opening the whole World Cup with their first game in Mexico City. Group B there with hosts Canada facing off with European playoffs 1, Qatar and Switzerland. Group C here with Brazil, Morocco, Haiti and Scotland dubbed one of the groups of death by our panel. Let's see how that ends up being. Group D there with the American hosts facing off with Paraguay, Australia and the European playoffs 3. Moving to Group E, we have Germany, first-timers Curacao, Ivory Coast and Ecuador. Also quite a challenging group there. Finally, with this top row here, Group F with the Netherlands, Japan, a European playoff spot and Tunisia. If we look at Group G, we have Belgium, Egypt, Iran and the all-whites New Zealand, named after the first jersey that they ever wore in a World Cup competition, apparently. Let's look at Group H here. We've got very dangerous-looking Spain, grouped with Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia and Uruguay, the first hosts and first winners. Group I with our own home team, France, facing off with Senegal, an international playoff spot 2, and Norway. Could we see a clash of the titans there between Haaland and Mbappe? It all remains to be seen. Group J here with Argentina, Algeria, Austria and first-timers Jordan. Also quite a competitive group. Group K, Portugal with Cristiano Ronaldo at 41, an international playoff spot 1. New-timers Uzbekistan and Colombia. And finally, for these 12 groups, we have England hoping to bring it home, Croatia, Ghana and Panama. And that pretty much sums it all up for you. Those are our 12 groups that we have to look forward to in the World Cup next year.
There we go. Wow. There's going to be more football than ever. We've already kind of highlighted Group C and Group I being the ones to watch out for. What other groups do we think could be interesting?
Yeah, just a quick word for Democratic Republic of Congo, because they will be, if they win their playoff game in March, in quite an easy or like not so difficult group with Portugal, Uzbekistan and Colombia. They will have to win their game against either New Caledonia or Jamaica for the playoff.
Don't sleep on the Jamaicans.
Yeah.
They defeated Bafana Bafana. Do not sleep on them. And I'm supposed to be going for the South African national football team, but I'm really saying do not sleep on the Jamaicans. It's going to be a little bit difficult for DRC. Chancel Mbemba must pull something out of there because he's the talisman for the side. But there's obviously a lot more depth in the squad. We saw it in the previous African Cup of Nations. They made it to the quarter or semi-finals.
Yeah, versus South Africa.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I can't
forget. The
quarters.
Third place match.
There we go. So I think that is the challenge then that can be posed for the DRC playing against Jamaica. Yeah. But apart from that, I think with the other ones, maybe they can scrape it through.
Yeah, those are playoffs obviously going on in March, I think. So we've still got a way to go to wait for who will be completing those group stages.
Remains to be known as of now.
Well, yep. Other than that, so group, is there any other groups maybe that stand out for you guys other than Group C and I? Is there another group that maybe we should keep our eye on in terms of big clashes?
Group F.
F. Why are we
Group F? It's true. Wait, we actually got, you're very right, Tando. We've really turned a blind eye to Group F, but really shouldn't do, because who will come out of that European playoff potentially?
Yeah, the playoff B is Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, or Albania. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting with Netherlands, Japan, and Tunisia. It may be more balanced than expected, but yeah, as you talked about Japan earlier and the Netherlands, which are like the main favorites in this group.
And we've spoken about so many teams, I can't quite remember who we've not, but I feel like we haven't spoken much about Tunisia.
No, and what's going on in Tunisia is that we never know what we can expect from them. In the last World Cup, they were in a difficult group with France. They managed to win against France, I think, in the last game.
In the group stage.
Yeah, the group stage. Yeah, that was the last game, but France was already through the round of 16. And even on the African level, it's hard to put Tunisia into the map. Are they the favorites? Are they one of the favorites of the AFCON? It's hard to say because they don't have any star for a while, but they have a good squad, a decent squad, and we saw versus Brazil because they managed to get a draw versus Brazil. Even if that was a friendly, that was important for them to get that draw in terms of confidence against opponents from other continents. And an opponent such as Brazil is very a successful thing to get a draw against them. But we see in the Arab Cup right now that it doesn't go as they expected. They get a draw yesterday versus Palestine while leading 2-0. It was 2-2 at the final score. And there was some talks about the coach Sami Trabelsi, because that's his second stint as Tunisia's head coach. At home, they are a little bit skeptic about the level of Tunisia. I want to be more positive than Tunisian supporters. But yeah, it's hard to really put their level, to place them into the even the African level.
There's definitely been a lot to unpack there. I feel like we've made quite a good try at it. Those 12 groups having been confirmed in that draw ceremony in Washington, which I think is just Donald Trump is up on his feet, because I think that is the village people who are playing that closing tune, which means that the World Cup 2026 World Cup ceremony is coming to a close, and that's where we're going to leave it. We know where all of these teams will be playing, those 12 groups in the US, Mexico and Canada. Teams and fans will have to wait a little bit longer until Saturday to know the match schedule, but we'll be seeing you next year in the US, Mexico and Canada. Goodbye for now.